Hey everybody, it's Cheryl, and I'm back this week to talk to you about painted fusible web. Welcome back to Technique of the Week. It's week 3, and this technique I found in a book called Art Quilts at Play, and this technique is very simple to do if you just need some fusible web. And I use this fusible web right here. It's Heat and Bond Light, my favorite fusible. I always use this stuff, and it has sort of like a diamond pattern or sort of a scaly pattern to it if you were to peel it off of the paper. So I thought that would make a really interesting fish. So what I did was I drew on the paper side of the fusible web, and then I got out my fabric paints, just like these Cedacolor paints, and painted onto the fusible side of the fusible web. And then I cut out my design and ironed it down, and you get sort of a painterly effect. And this is the quilt right here. And you can see that the fish, if I'd used more transparent paints, they would be a little more like ghostly, have like a ghostly effect. But because I used straight up, opaque paints, these ended up coming out just how I wanted them to. And then I went ahead and quilted in the lines for the water, and there's my fish. So I was really pleased with how this worked out. You don't need to do anything to fuse it down. Somehow the fusible does stick the paint down to the surface of the quilt. What you do have to remember is that you should not iron this afterwards, because any ironing over the top of this fusible web will actually pull your fusible web off onto your iron, which is not what you want. So really neat effect. Give it a try. So another technique for you to put into your arsenal. We'll see you next week with fabric dye pastels, and don't forget you can get the entire list of all of the techniques on my website at www.muppin.com. You can sign up for my newsletter and get a downloadable form of all of the techniques that we're going to do in this series. So give it a try.